Good evening and welcome back to Foundry. Let's pick up where we left off mining the ignium and carry on from there. Oh, there you go. And we're back on the surface. Awesome. Because you see there, you're nearly bumping your head. You got to remember that you're going to have things in here for the slopes. The slope's going to be in here, so let me show you. It's the easy way. So slope, jump on top of that, put a slope there, put a slope there, put a slope there, there we go. Awesome. And then when you go down again, you are much higher than you think you'd be, because the slopes obviously take up a lot more space than you think. So okay, let's put in these here. So 1, 2, 1, 2. You will see why I leave a space in the center in a moment. That's where the power's going to come down. Not there, here. Maybe even here. Yeah, maybe even here. Who knows? Let's fill in this with dirt, like that. Because you don't want the power here running up, because that will block that tile off, which means the drones have to go in and mine from that side. Put it here, they can mine from the front, so they've got more space to mine to. Multiple drones can mine the same block anyway, so it's not terrible, so it doesn't really matter that much. So right, so let's come down to here. Actually, let's see here. So I want to put it here, which is 74 by minus 36. So if I go back up top, we wander to 74 by minus 36, which is here. Yep. Oh, there you go. Awesome. And then let's see the floor here. And, press Y to change the drag mode to be vertical. Then we come back up again. And plop. There we go. Awesome. There is where we can put our power connector to it. Cool. Okay. We do need to run power up to the sky. For now, it's got to be done via powered flooring, because we don't have access to the advanced connections for anything. We don't have advanced power connections, so we don't have power lines or anything like that at all. So we're just going to have to run this like up to the sky. But I think I'm just going to put the burner generators here for the moment, because it just makes life simpler. Just in total, it just makes life simpler. Let's fill all this in with there. And we can't get down here again, so let's drill out 2, 3. There we go. Now we can get down again. Shouldn't need to get down here. Once this is powered, shouldn't need to get down here. So let's put you there and you there, and you there and you there. There's a belt on the side that I now can't get because I can't get through there. I don't care. We don't need the belt. It's fine. Right, do that there. Let's put another slope in here, and then let's figure out where we're going to put the burner generators. So I think right here is a fairly good idea. So let's put in some floor. So let's bring you up one more, and then we're going to drag you this way and back along like this. Okay, and then we'll put the floor in here. Oh, I'm in vertical mode. Let me change to horizontal mode again. Let's go. I can't remember how big the burn generators are. We haven't unlocked them yet. Probably run out of power. That's okay. And then we'll get that one there. Okay, so let me go and recheck the power system, because that's more than likely run out. Nope, you're okay. All right, how are you doing? You've got 14 more science packs. Maybe you run out of science packs. Yep, I think you run out of science packs. Okay, not power, it's science packs. Okay, boom, there you go. I have 30 more research packs. Okay, we'll get that done, and then we can come back and do the bio generators. We can find out how big they are. If you mouse over them, it tells you 4 by 6 by 4, so it's 4 by 4 base and 6 high. So, does anyone remember where our ignium was? That way. That's the thing about all these trees. Can't see the woods for the trees. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll put enough for 2 in. However, that's not going to work because it needs to go 1 bigger, don't we? Because we need the loaders. We need the loaders as well. Let's do that. I probably actually want to put in a 3rd one, if I'm honest. Like that. And then you can just connect to there. In fact, I'm going to run a thing here to support the them. I could have put this in the floor, made it a bit more, but I didn't. I didn't. Okay, right. Burner generators. Go. So I had to create some more research packs because we'd actually run out of them. But we should, hopefully.
That's a lot of new technology. The recently unlocked burner generator will be crucial to automate energy generation. You can send ignium ore from drone miners right into it. It's also more efficient. Our next task is a big one. It's time to make some profits. According to our corporate strategy document, there is a very simple transport robot design we can make with our limited technology. This transport bot shall be our first product. Yes, I know. We need to get it to the station to sell it. For that, we'll use shipping pads. Spaceships can land there to transport items between the planet and the station. We will need to buy our first spaceship. We still have some thermalite stored on the station, which is the galactic currency. A broken hangar? All right, we'll have to repair it before we can buy a ship. Operator, you know how station upgrades work. Let's go.
Okay, yes I do, and we can do that, and that's fine. However, what I'm going to do first is bring the map up, and I'm going to right-click here and create a waypoint, and retro power, and let's call this power gen. Boom, there we go. Okay, so boom, power gen is there. So now, when I'm running through the forest trying to find things, know where to go for the power gen, because it's quite losing your way with the trees is yeah. Let's contact the space station. Okay, so we need to repair the hangar first, don't we? So let's do basic hangar repairs. 6 minutes. That'll be fine. We can set up the power in that way. Now I know to go that way, not this way, and that way, and this way, and that way, and the other way, and through the trees and around the corner. It's fine. Okay, so we want to make a couple of power. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. And what we're going to do is put in right, I am gonna change this possibly slightly, although not right now actually. No, we'll be all right. We do need ignium later for other stuff, but what we can do is we can just tap off it. We can split this and say, hey, would you feed the generators first and then go and feed the base, because the base won't be here, the base will be up in the sky. That's the idea. So yeah, there is however a small problem. There are no vertical belts in this game. You do get freight elevators later, much later, which you can move stuff up vertically via a freight elevator, but there's no just vertical belts. There are mods to do it. I'm not sure if I want to install any mods or not. I have used mods before. I don't mind mods. I'm not opposed to them. And they can be oh, someone can't count. Either I can't count or I put that one off the edge. Oh no, look, there it is. So I can count, I just can't place properly. So I don't know whether I want to go with having mods installed for that reason, or whether we just want to go with waiting for the freight elevators and try and do it all vanilla. What do you think? Should we go vanilla? Should we mod? I'm easy either way, really am. These can take ignium and will power and run, and everything could be awesome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dump biomass in here. I only have 61 biomass left, which is not a lot. Okay, but that's fine. We have stairs as well. I was going to use stairs to go up rather than the ladder. Makes life easier. Ladders are awkward. But now you're powered. We come down here. This is powered because of this here, which means you're mining the ignium. The ignium will not come out of these because these are set to the wrong thing. Let's change these. Bloop, bloop. There you go. There's the ignium. Awesome. Belts take from one side compared to the other. So this side will run and this side will not run, like ever, until we get Mark II belts, and we can put the Mark II belts in, then both of them will run. So this is a little bit redundant, some of this down here, but it's fine because I think once they fill up and stop working, they should stop power. They should stop using power as well. So anyway, we go up here, we go along. This one won't take any because it's got biomass in it, but once it uses all the biomass up, it will take ignium, like these have done. These have taken ignium. So now we have infinite power. Well, infinite power till the ignium ore runs out, so yay. So we want to tap this power into our main grid. We are a little bit away from the grid though, but that's okay because we want to build the grid, the base. We want to build everything up high. So I think what we'll do is leave it like this for the minute. We will, like just from here, do a line straight up into the sky, which will look a little weird, but that's how the power is going to work to start with. And once we get power poles later, we can go to steam power, and we can then use the steam power to power our base instead via power poles. There are two separate power grids, a low voltage and a high voltage one. This is all low voltage, which can run through the flooring. The high voltage one runs through power lines and has to be converted to low voltage via transformers, which is what I want to do. We'll do power lines, and then each individual sky platform will have power transformers on it. So yeah. Okay, BB, you're happy because we finished automated power.
We did it. Automated power generation is the backbone of every factory.
Okay, and now we'll expand the smelters.
Okay, math genius. If it takes 8 small smelters to fill up a conveyor belt, then we'll build 8 for each metal ore.
Oh, they want us to build 16 smelters in total for all the things here, so that's fine. Let's also come here. I've been letting this run do its thing so we can pick up more science packs here, do things over here. So, is it time? Is it time? It's probably time. What else do we have? So there's the splitter or the balancer, which can take 2 inputs and 2 outputs, and then you can choose to prioritize one input over the other or prioritize one output over the other. There's a second line loader, which is something we are very much going to want probably soonest actually. So let's research that. In fact, let's get some more inventory slots because why not? Why not? We also want to research this because this is going to be our first sale. We can't do the first sale until we get the shipping pads and other bits, pieces and stuff going there. So we have to wait for the hangar to be repaired, which will be in just a moment. And then we need to go and do the stuff in the sky. So let's go up to the sky. And what I want to do is have some assemblers making things like the building blocks. Well, that's the first thing we want to do. We want to have assemblers making building blocks. And then we want to have them making, building blocks, right? And then whenever we come to another one, so we want to go, hey, we want to also be making conveyor belts. We will have them make conveyor belts. And yeah, we'll have just a whole factory that is dedicated to making conveyor belts. But it will make all the conveyor belts. So like every conveyor belt, so the Mark 1 conveyor belt and slopes and the balancers, and then the Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 4, Mark 5 will all be in a single factory. So the factory will just get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's fine. The loaders, we might just have in one there. There's 3 loaders and, there's 4 loaders because it's a filter loader as well. So that's fine. So we want to make those as well. I want to have an assembler factory making assemblers as well. So there's our first 3 factories. We want one of these. And probably I want some ladders as well. Although they're just plates, so we might just be able to make them ourselves in our inventory. It won't be terrible. We don't need to go and pick up ladders. And so yeah, so we want to have 1, 2, 3, 4 factories going there. I don't need stuff like smelters and biomass journals. I don't need these being auto-made because you don't use them that often. So there's no point. There's no point to that. So okay, we've unlocked that there. So let's unlock the conveyor splitters as well. Okay. Let's go up and figure out where we want to go here because we're mining the ore here. We want to take it upstairs. Now we can mine the ore from any direction and place it any way, so that'll be fine. So let's go up I also want to get lights as well. Lights are important. We need lights because it gets dark, very dark at night. So we go up we go. There we go. Let me see here. So I've changed my mind on the sky platform. We don't want to do that. No. We are in a forest, which is lots of trees to chop down. Lots of trees to chop down. Yes, we know that. That's fine. That's fine. But what about if we decided to chop down the trees only where we need them, rather than just mass destroying the entire forest? Starting around here, we'll put our smelters in here somewhere. We'll smelt like the iron and we'll have it split going different directions. So we'll go like a compass, 4 points directions here. And then we'll have like a factory here, which is doing something, and a factory over here, and it will just take from the line or whatever from the line. So we'll have running along here the central line, which is, by the way, where the ship lands at 0 by 0. So it's at 0 by 0. So if we was to put the grid up here, we go this way. So this is 0 here. So if I put that down there, and then we zoom in, you can see the little dot there. That is that conveyor belt I just put down there. So that's in this tile here. So this is grid sector 0 by 0, I believe. Nope, hold on. This is 0 by -1. 0 by 0 is this way. Yeah. But you see, so if we ran belts down here like this, and along there, and up there, and along here, along these lines here, and then build a factory wherever we go to, and we just destroy the trees where we need the factory to be, we could then live inside a forest, which would be nicer, which would be not nicer. If I can avoid chopping down these big trees as well, that'd be nice, because we'd have a canopy above us. Maybe the little ones, not so much, but... Yeah. Now, we can dismantle this. Up. Oop, there we go. And it ends up in our inventory. We can put it down again wherever we want to put it down. That's fine, if you want to. So, yeah. So I'm thinking that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. So... Let's look at this. So if we want to have a belt going that way on the 0 by 0, so we want to also have a belt going that way. Go to 0, which is out here. So we want a belt going that way and a belt going that way. Not just a belt. There'll be like 3 belts. For instance, there'll be xenoferrite, iron plates, and steel. I think is going to be just on the main bus. Some places do require access to ore. So we either need to build it nearby the ore, or we need to build it. We need to build a belt specifically for them. That's not too much later though. There's stuff that requires like xenoferrite ore in the recipe, so we can figure that out. So if we did this, and we put here the smelters, so the smelters would go like in basically in this square here, here, and here. We'd have smelters. I'm not going to necessarily go to the grid. No, it's just that I want to. This is central point, and then that's what's going there. So I like using the numbers because it's nice to be able to be like, okay, so this is this big. I don't want to limit myself to just going, hey, the factory is going to be one chunk big. It's not like Minecraft; it doesn't work that way, and that's the whole Minecraft chunk loading thing. But the factory can be bigger than that. It can be the factories can be honest, but they can be bespoke. They can be whatever they want to do. It's just I want to have the belts on the center here. So this will be xenoferrite plates. And to the left of it, or to the right of it, will be Techum, and then to the left will be steel, for instance, and we just follow that one each way we go. So the smelters want to go here. Does need power as well. That's okay. We can always dig out a tunnel along the 0 1 as well, and run the power lines along underground. And they can follow the contours of the world as well. So if it goes up by 1, it can go up by 1. That sort of thing. I did say I want to avoid chopping down the trees, but I mean, we could go around them. See, that tree's in the way there, but we could go around the tree if we wanted to. I don't know if I can go underneath that tree with the power line, for instance, but there it goes. We can also plant trees later. We have seeds. We have tropical rainforest seeds, so we can plant them. So you know we can see here this is the seeds we've got here, so we can plant them, and there are different trees. There's tree number 4, which is the great big one, so we'll know And it just, so, pop, there's the seed, and it will become that tree. See it growing? Magic. Magic, magic, magic. It's just bigger and bigger until it's that size. So, if I chop down one of these trees, we could just move it over by one and place it down again. And do that. I like the big, I'm not so keen on the twisty palm trees. Although they do have a nice canopy to them, so, yeah. Can I think I can mine that and just, oh, get the seed back. Okay, cool, right. So if we do that, then we need to make this area here do that. So we can't mine here because this is obviously where the xenophorite is, but we kind of can, because we could dig down from underneath and put the smelters on top of it. Because it's not a big ball, the ones that are on the surface tend to be flat. So I think that plan is a better plan rather than building the sky ones first. The problem with the ones the sky in the sky is that as I'm building, if I fall off, I've then got to go to a ladder, go back up again, do the thing, and fall off, and go back up, and fall off, and go back up, and fall, and it will become annoying in time. And also, power won't be a problem necessarily because the big power poles are fine, but it's a little awkward. It's a little awkward. So let me. Turn off sprint so I can actually fall down a hole. That would be useful. Let's do this. Okay. And we want to just put in things. So where is the xenophorite? The xenophorite's this way, isn't it? Yeah. So if I was to mine out and place power, we could see, yeah, the actual power flooring would sit directly on top of this, which is fine because we can put the smelters underground. Okay. So now I have future knowledge of how the game works, so I know we're going to need more space than you think you need. So what we want to do is we want to have the smelters here. And we're going to want to have well, it says 8 smelters at the moment, so we'll go with that. But later on, it changes to something else as well. So we'll get to that later. Let's just build what we have here. So let's go with so they're 2x2, aren't they? Yeah. So if it's 2x2 and we want 8 smelters and it's going to be in line, we need to bring in stuff as well, and they need to output onto these lines. I need to clear some area and then put down some flooring and then put down the smelters on the flooring, and then just figure out the belting thing, because the smelters might not be able to go here around the center. They might have to go off to one side, and then just the stuff comes to the center and goes like along here, goes along here, goes along there. So if I put like the iron here and the techum over here, the techum's got to cross the iron to get to this side, and so on and so forth. So let's just do one line. Let's just do one line going this way for the time being. And then with that one, we build more and stuff. So, yeah. Okay. Let me dig out a hole. Okay, so it's night time, but we have put down a big platform here. This platform is 13 by 13. I think it needs to be 13 by 12, but it's just easier doing 13 by 13. And I've unlocked the second lane loaders because we're going to need them. The build I have in mind is going to be expandable later when you get more technologies. The way you smelt things changes, so I kind of want to make it expandable now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 4 here, like this. 4. Then we're going to do another 4 over here, but we're going to leave a 5 gap in between. 1, 2, 3, and 4, like that. Okay. Then what we're going to have is a line in the center where all of the smelters unload onto. So we use the second lane loader and we have this as output. We go you, and you. And then we go the opposite side, you, and you, like that. So they're all going to unload onto the central line because this can reach over 2. So it's got no power, that's fine. But it's going to output from this onto there. So we want to load via belts that come up here and up here. So we'll take the ore, we'll split it in two, and we'll run it up this side and this side. And the splitting it in two is important because later on we will be changing the way the ore comes in, and we want it split on separate belts to make life simpler. Mainly because the throughput becomes a problem, because the Mark 1 belts are only 160 items per minute. Mark 2 belts are 320, so they're fast belts. So yeah, we also need to make some more belts. Actually, let's make some more belts. Hold on here. So okay, and then you will mine here. So BB, I'm afraid you're going to have to be moved. Let's put BB down. BB can live there for the moment. So we want to grab these shorter ones. And these want to be inputs. And what we'll do is just hold on right click. Well, brings up the menu. So input. And we'll go there, 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 there. And then we run a belt from here all the way along to this point here. Now you can't see it, which is kind of awkward, but it is there. But I want to run it to this point here. Boom, like that. And then the same for this side. So we'll click there, and I'll just drag in till I come in, and it goes to there. Oh, didn't mean to push the button. Boom, there you go. That has not worked because I think I pushed the button whilst I was dragging. So, to there. There you go. So there's the belt in there, which goes to this first one here, and this one comes to here. So, and now all these can load and unload via a central line here, and it's nice and compact, nice and easy. You can see the panels on all of them. If you want to go to any of them, you can see the panels and get things on there. It's very simple to do. When you come to upgrading belts, fortunately, you just have to look at one bit of belt and it will update the entire row. So it's easy to do. And we can expand it out this way, adding more smelters or more whatever we want to add onto it there. And it can be done very, very easily. We'll do the same for Techem over there in a moment, but let's get this mining here first. So I did say I want to put this underground if I can, because we're going to expand this. So I think for now we'll leave it as it is. I might just go down by one row against the edge of it to give the miners an easier time of doing it. So let's do that. And the miners, if they can get to an ore block right next door to them, oh, I keep doing that. I keep destroying the trees. I dig underneath them, and if you do that, you don't get the biomass or the seeds or anything. So I can't replant them. But that's okay. We can get a greenhouse later and start making seeds, so that's fine. Yeah, if the miners can get to the ore like directly, so if we put a miner here and it can get to the ore right next door, it can run at about 60 items a minute, grabbing ore. Which is nice, which is very, very nice. This needs a whole belt worth, which is going to be 160. So if it goes at 60, 3 of them should saturate a belt with a bit on top. However, the further they have to go, obviously, the less they get, because they've got to travel further to do things. So you've got to take that in mind. Let's... yeah. I think I want to go, if I go one further down, then I can put the platform on top of them and not worry about that. So let's actually do that then. So I am going to mine out one more down and put in the thing there. The miners are 2 tall, I want to say. It tells me if I mouse over them here. They are 2 by 2 by 2. Yeah, so they're 2 tall technically. So actually, if I did this, I wouldn't be able to build on top of them because it's not deep enough. We've just put a floor in here, and that floor is there. So yeah, that floor is there, like that. So if I put a floor in here, there's only one gap in between. So we need to go down one more as well. Okay. Now we should be able to mine out a good chunk of this. So you see, we're already underneath the thing. These starting chunks aren't the starting ore patches aren't the best. Many ore patches underground are way better than them, like way vastly better than them, not just a little bit, just vastly better than they are. So you want to get onto mining other ones and have multiple miners doing multiple things. So yeah, so let's go and put this in here. Let's put in some miners mining the ore out. So we want to go and put in Let's do just that one there. And I've messed up and haven't mined that enough to actually put the belt in. That's okay, we can do that. Put the belt in. It's easy. Just mine out some more, place a belt, have the belt come up here, have the belt split. We did unlock loaders. Let's build a loader as well. A balancer, sorry, not a loader. Get this connected to the main base. So we will go out this way. We'll go up there. Mine that tree out, so maybe we'll get a seed from it. Let's see. A little bit. No biomass, no seeds. You come up there. We need another climber up here. You then go. Oh, wrong way. This way, like this. And what we want to do is we want to have a splitter, which I've just built, which is going to be there. Boom. They're called balancers. I keep calling them splitters. And it wants to go just here or something. They don't need power, fortunately. And then we just do make some more of those guys. I think I need another one of those as well. And then you can go that way. And they will balance evenly. You can flip the switch on these to make them load left or right. You know, toggle the output priority, so it will go that one or that side. You can toggle the input as well, so if you want to have it, if you've got two inputs and you want to make sure one gets priority over the other, so it's going to eat up like this minefield, ore field, not minefield, ore field, before mines this ore field before it gets to another one somewhere, then you can prioritize the input, so that can be useful. Right, let's grab belts and run the belts along here, and oh, we're one out. Okay. And then run a belt. Oh, there's a tree. There's a tree. Go away, tree. Okay. And you can plug into there, and then you will do all the thing there, which will be awesome and wonderful and fantastic. And there can be much rejoicing. Let's also run a block like that, which will power this system down here once we get to powering it. But I need to go over to the ore gen and actually run a bit back to here to power the whole thing. So that's going to be dig a hole in this straight line along here and just find where the power gen is. So I shall dig this power line and connect it up, and we shall come back in the next episode and continue on from there. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.